Welcome back. Good evening. Sorry I've been gone so long. I've been really busy with my kids. I hope you guys understand. It's the beginning of a new school year, a lot going on, and we're getting back into the groove of life again. Okay, so we're going to do a Divine Feminine reading. Divine Feminine only. We're going to see what's going on with you in love. We're going to see what's happening with money. And we're going to see what's happening with your karma. And we're going to see what's going to come up for you pretty soon in the future. So remember, you could be a man in a feminine energy, and that's okay. It doesn't happen all the time. It's not super common. We all have masculine and feminine in our nature. People generally carry a predominant energy, and that's mainly what they are. They have days where they feel a little bit different, but, you know, as a theme of who they are, it's a predominant one or the other. But you're welcome to watch it from any perspective, okay? So whether you're male or female or whatever your situation is, if you feel that you are in a feminine energy, this would be for you. Hi, Moo. I hope you're well, honey. I'm doing okay. Let's see if I have room over here. Okay, so we're going to have mental, emotional, which could count even as love. We're going to be getting into your career and your karma, what's going on with you, okay? But a mental, emotional, and just your spiritual energy and your career kind of going over here with where you're meant to be. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Ravens. It's very emotional. This is meant to be a lot like the Two of Cups in this particular deck. But this is how ravens find love. They entangle themselves up in the air very high with the other. And it's kind of a dance they do. A little bit scary of a dance, but nonetheless, that's what they do to find their mate, to see who can fly with them, who can soar with them the way they do, seeing what they have in common with the other raven to see if they can mate for life, okay? Find their little heart in another. In this book, the Two of Ravens, thank God it's upright, represents mutual attraction. It's a satisfying partnership or relationship of equals. Ravens are thought to mate for life. And this card hints at an enduring, happy relationship. So at the bottom of the deck, the overall underall energy for you so far is maybe there is a very prominent focus for you about love, a relationship. Maybe this is really important for you. Maybe this is something you're caught up in. Maybe you are involved with another person right now. Maybe you have yet to meet them. Whatever your situation is, at the heart of your reading today, you're not meant to be alone. And maybe you're not alone. There's someone very special just for you. And maybe you're already blessed with that knowledge, or maybe you're waiting for the one. But I know that if you're watching this, you're meant to see it. You're meant to hear this message. And it's important for you to hear it, that you're not alone, that you're not meant to be alone, that you're not going to spend the rest of your days alone, and that there is this special Two of Cups connection for you. Also at the heart of your reading is this strong Cancerian vibe. And this could be your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter. But there's a very predominant place in the house of Cancer or in the sign of Cancer that maybe has something to do very intimately with you. You're also very good at relationships. Do you know that? You're very good at loving people. You're very good at understanding them. And I mean, you have a very good emotional intelligence. You may think that's common. Oh, everyone's got a pretty good emotional intelligence. No, they do not. No, they do not. You know, the top emotionally intelligent zodiac sign is Cancerian. Number one, period. Hands down, there's no competition. It's just Cancerian. But if there was a secondary, someone to step in that maybe can at least hold a candle up to the emotional intelligence of Cancerian, the Queen of Cups, it would be the Pisces. The Pisces would come in as that VP, that second sign that would be closest to emotional intelligence. The only reason they don't come in at a higher place mark, honestly, is Pisces people tend to run from highly emotional situations. Call it fear, call it whatever you want, but Pisces people do tend to swim off into their emotions and isolate. They would rather go to the depths of their own soul and discover themselves, which is beautiful. They go to a hermit place where they can actually go inside themselves and figure out who they are and what's going on. And, you know, they're highly emotionally intelligent when it comes to know thyself and dive deep into your soul, into your mind, into your feelings, and to address your own feelings. So they are great. Like I said, they hold a candle to Cancerian. Cancerian does that times 10, and Cancerian goes above and beyond with emotional intelligence to then dive deep into another's emotional experience, to intuitively feel and empathetically and feel what another person is going through. Very empathic. So Cancerians obviously are number one. That's why, because not only do they feel themselves and know themselves at an emotionally intelligent level, they know others and they know what people need. They know what people are feeling. And I do laugh, and I find it very funny that there's a lot of people, even Pisces people, mostly Virgos, that will come out and say, oh gosh, you're so full of yourself, or oh, you know, you don't really know what another person's thinking. You don't really know what I'm feeling. You're just guessing. You're making assumptions. It's like, you're very outspoken and judgmental. But no, there are people that are built differently than you. There are people that are highly emotionally intelligent, and they do feel and understand empathically what is going on with another person. It's not an asinine opinion or an assumption or guess. It's not a hypothesis, an educated guess. It's not that. It's that they actually feel. They know. A very psychic. So anyways, back to your reading here. You are representing that energy. Whoever you are, okay? You're representing that Cancerian vibe. You're embodying it. You are intuitive. You are empathic. You are deeply connected to people, or at least this one other individual. But there is somebody prime in your life, someone very important, and you either know them right now or you don't, but that's irrelevant. You are deeply connected to another soul, which is why this video is titled twin flame, divine feminine. So this could be your twin flame that we're dealing with. Okay. Well, I said my piece with that. Let's clarify with moon energy a theme for your reading. What is the theme for the divine feminine today? Okay. Ooh, this is your theme. So she's looking over at a city. Are you a girl? Are you a guy from a big city? Have you traveled to a big city and there's somebody very important to you from a big city? Or are you just kind of looking over the world, looking over a mass of people, observing, and then looking at the night sky, looking at the Milky Way, looking at the moon, just acknowledging the world around you? This is about distancing yourself from other people, quite literally in this picture. Getting away from the hustle and bustle and finding your peace. It says here, I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. And this is the waning crescent. You are now gently flowing towards some big ideal, some big dream, some big purpose. Something that you really want, something that you are going to achieve. And it may be slowly, but you're just definitely on the move. And there's one thing you need to remember in your hardest moments when you think you're not going to make it. You are protected. When the storm is hitting your windows, metaphorically speaking, thank God that you are inside safe. There's a lot coming at you, a lot trying to drown you, a lot trying to get you. And this card's just letting you know, listen, there are angels. There is God, the creator, source. There is your higher self. There is this big, greater thing than this world, than your city, than your career, than your human life. There is something beautiful and greater. And for some reason, you're so special that you are protected from whatever's trying to get at you, from whoever's trying to harm you in some way. Okay, so that's the theme. All right, bottom of the deck for the tarot. You are coming in with the Queen of Swords. And this just tells me that you are direct, honey. You get to the point, you're blunt, you're most likely very honest. You tell things to people that maybe not a lot of people would even say. But you're also very, very wise. And you're quick to solve problems. This is a very resourceful person. They're like a rabbit going into one hole, into the next, avoiding the predator. This is someone who quickly can make up their mind and quickly can change course and go into directions that lead to victory. You are very smart, high IQ, very intelligent, and extremely wise and extremely honest with yourself, how you see things, what you know the truth. Not many people are as wise. Again, you carry this authority with you. but there's still a level of innocence, and I care about people. I care about others. I'm not this heartless queen. I try to do the best thing for everyone involved. I like to think the Queen of Swords is a warrior queen. She's been through a lot. She's been through bloody battle. She's tough. She's independent. Extremely intelligent, a no-nonsense kind of person. This queen has carried her throne through hard work, quick resourcefulness, problem solving, and she's gotten through a lot of pain. And even though she's got this tough exterior, she's a very emotional creature inside. Okay? Love may take a back seat in your life right now, and even though this is really important to you, love is important to you, she says love is taking a back seat. That's what happens when you draw the Queen of Swords in a reading. Your focus is more on career or intellectual pursuits. If work is your primary focus, then this is your gal. If success is your focus, research is your focus, teaching, being an overcomer of some problem, then she's your gal. You are able to separate the BS from reality. And you are able to separate emotions from making good judgment calls. Okay. Let's see what's been on your mind lately. We have here the Eight of Ravens, more emotions. This is very much like the Eight of Cups. And the Sun in reverse. I think it's safe to say you're having some hard times. You might also have some Leo on your mind lately. Could be your child, children. Could represent a significant other that you've been dealing with. Nonetheless, you're not happy. You're trying to find your happiness. But then again, you're saying, listen, happiness isn't number one to me. I've got more important things to handle than happiness. That's irrelevant. You have real life problems to solve. Children to provide for, people to be there for, responsibilities that lay heavy on your shoulders. I think you've caught yourself looking up at the stars quite a bit lately, or at least wanting to look at the stars, maybe getting a telescope, maybe wanting to go somewhere where you can see through a telescope and just see what's out there. There is this big, I want to disconnect. Seeing the stars, the Milky Way, other things are something that you may be getting into over the next few weeks. But what's been on your mind is, I need to walk away from stress, from duties, from people that I usually focus on, but they're hurting me. They're bringing me down, and I need to, unfortunately, leave this situation behind. Could be a relationship, could be a mentality, but this is just breaking me. It's breaking me down. Maybe you're watching too much political news. Maybe you're surrounding yourself by negative, sad stories. Maybe you're watching video after video over people's hardships. Those things can turn into obsessions. They can really bring you down into a depression. Maybe you've found yourself connecting with someone that is down on their luck, miserable, unhappy, and just depressed and stressful. And you're like, I got to get away from you. You're hurting my vibe. And it's like, God, I love these people. I love this person. But perhaps enough's enough. Like, that's a bit much. I'm going to have to walk away from you. Maybe not permanently, but at least for a good while. How long do you think I can endure this? I also believe, and especially if you're with a Leo, you are getting tired of this person's shit. Excuse me for saying. But the image in this card shows the Eight of Cups, in a sense, with the ravens. It's really what it represents. And there's something in your life that's just not right. It doesn't sit well with you. And leaving behind this person or this situation is the best. And although it may be heavy-hearted feeling, you know it's time to change directions. Whenever that card shows up in your reading, it's also time to make a change. Change is not something that feels comfortable, and for a lot of people, it's very painful. But it's often necessary, and it's inevitable. And you may be feeling called to leave a relationship at this time, or to leave a job, or to even leave your home or state, hometown, or even family situation, something very dear to you. And it's very hard for you to say goodbye. But you know it's important for your own personal growth. And it's just something that you're ready to do. It's right here. Like now. Like it's not something that you thought about 6 months ago. You know what I mean? This is happening. Whenever you get the sun in reverse, it still has a positive charge. You know, the sun, whether it's upright or reversed, it's like, hello, I'm here and I'm happy. And I change whatever you're dealing with into a positive way. Like I turn it into a positive direction. So this is a happy thing. There's still joy. This might be good for you. Time to relax and change. This is something to be happy for, even though it's sad. It's like, I'm scared to move my hometown. I'm scared to leave this house. I'm scared to leave everyone I know, the areas I grew up around that I'm so comfortable with. I'm scared. This is what I know. I'm scared to leave this person that I've been in communication with for so long. I'm scared to leave this relationship. I'm so comfortable with them. You know, whatever the situation is, I'm scared to leave my family, you know. But the sun says, this is a new day, honey. And I know this is crazy, but I need you to be able to let go of this shore so we could get to the other side. There's something beautiful waiting over there. Honey, there's probably a new job, a new house, a new place, a new forest to explore, a new beach to be on, new friends to meet, new jobs to be had, new experiences, new feelings. And that is frightening. But remember what this card said, and I want you to take this with you in your heart. As you leave the shore for something else, you are protected as you go. You are protected. So when you think you're alone, you're not. Don't ever think that. Don't think, oh, I'm leaving. I'm alone. I'm alone. I'm alone. You're not alone. Do you believe in spiritual entities around you? Do you believe in your ancestors still with you? Do you believe in your higher self from another timeline present with you? Do you believe in the Creator? All eyes on you from everywhere you go? Do you believe? It's very hard for the Queen of Swords to believe in spiritual things. She's very factual. And I'm going to tell you this. You should trust your instincts, but there's a part of you that also says, you got to go because this is the facts. And you're like, oh my God, this is the facts. This is ridiculous. And you're like, I don't want to do it. But maybe whatever you don't want to do, that's what the universe is pushing you to do. I don't know, just saying. So anyways, this is what's been on your mind. Okay, and let's get into love. Let's get into your emotions. What's been going on in that raging heart? Okay. So here we have the Page of Graves, which is like the Page of Pentacles. And then we have another upright, the Lover's card. Ah! You just can't get away from this Two of Cups and Lovers. Like there's definitely someone in your life. Okay. And then, dun, 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 Four Cups. Interesting. So rejection. God, this just tells a little story, doesn't it? This is reminding me of Gone with the Wind as well. Honey, am I sensing rejection? I honestly get this feeling like you've been rejected. And it's hard to believe because you, Queen of Swords, you rejected? It's possible you're the one rejecting. I could be reading it wrong. But, oh boy, is there rejection in this love connection. And it's like, why? And you're like, listen, Steph, let me tell you the story. Let me break it down, honey. I have been doing nothing but busting my back, offering this damn pentacle to this person for so long. I've basically groveled. I've lowered myself to a level I didn't want to be at. All the while, Steph, this person is with another. See, there's a third party little triangle thing going on here. And you're like, Steph, all the while this person has been entangled with another person. And damn right, I've been rejected. Or I've been rejecting this person. This is a very unsettling, very unhappy place in my life. And you're like, I just feel like no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, it's never good enough for this person. And I just want to give up. I don't want to put any more effort into the love connection. So if that's love, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. If it's about your daughter or it's about your son with the page, there's great concern here. And it's saying that they maybe are rejecting your advice. They maybe are rejecting your love. They maybe aren't listening to you. They're not wanting to spend time with you. They're not wanting to be around you. They're not letting you in. And all you're doing is offering and offering this connection, but they don't want it. So, you know, and that's even with your kids. That could be with your parents. These are your emotions. This is not about your career. This isn't about your neighbor down the street. And this isn't about some other stupid scenario that I'm not discussing. So please stop trying to grab cards and apply it somewhere else. It is applied here in this reading in the Department of Love. That's where these are placed. And love can be intimate. Love can be familial, you know, but it's about your feelings. It's about love. Don't deny what the cards are trying to reveal. Perhaps this is your reading. Perhaps it's not. You'll know. Your intuition will tell you if this is your reading or not, okay? If you're not feeling it, it's not. If you're feeling it, it is. But let me tell you, there's rejection, okay? And there's disappointment. And there's this unhappiness underlined here. And the universe is here trying to offer another cup, another chance, something. But it's not good enough. Yeah, me too, TQ. That's why I got them. I love it. Now the clock is chiming. You know, someone, I believe, is rejecting what the universe is trying to offer as far as love and relationship. And there's nothing you could do about it, I feel. Like, that's it. You've done all you could do with the Page of Pentacles. Someone is bored in a relationship or simply unsatisfied. It may feel like you're going through the motions, but things are never moving forwards. This is about appreciating what's right in front of you. If something needs to change, only you can do that. If you're not happy with what somebody's giving you, the only person to change that is you. You can't expect them to change because for whatever reason, it's just impossible. What could they possibly give you? You know, if they're unwilling like this is ridiculous. They've got the Lovers sitting right in front of them, and we got the Four Cups. That's complete disrespect, and it's ungrateful, is what it is. In this book, Edgar Allan Poe's portrayal of love shows more thorns than roses. This card depicts the cursed bridal chamber from the story Ligeia, whatever, in which a couple can never escape the shadow of the brilliant, beloved wife who died too soon and still haunts their home. Ooh, I got chills. Somebody's haunted with the memories of a past lover. Honey, is this you? Is that how you feel? This person will never compare to a past lover? Take a look. That's what's going on. You have a love connection, but you're haunted by the ex or someone that's dead and passed away. Could this be reversed? Could it be that your love partner is haunted? We even have the Page of Graves by a love partner, perhaps an earth sign that is no longer here, be it a divorce or a death or a separation. The Lovers usually represents the physical love and strong attraction, which I know you guys have a strong attraction. Perhaps this romantic love is exciting. It does talk about a marriage or a partnership, and depending on the other cards, the Lovers can also hint at a balance between your own masculine and feminine energies. But I think someone is haunted by an ex. I can't shake that feeling. Not one bit. Now let's see what's going along with it, with the Page of Graves in this deck. The Page of Graves is a scholar with profound curiosity. He is an introvert, and he's not afraid to face adversity, and he will persevere despite any obstacles. So he's persistent. Someone here is like, I'm going to keep coming. I know you're not over this person, but I'm going to keep coming anyways. Are you rejecting somebody? Is someone rejecting you and you're persistent? Let's see how this makes you feel. I want to get to the bottom of how it makes you feel, because this is your feelings. Your feelings is there's definitely some problems in paradise for sure, whether you're doing it or they're doing it. So what are you feeling? You have weight. I haven't wanted to admit to myself how I really feel for you. It means stepping out of my comfort zone. It's time. I know it's taking me a while. I do know what you need, and I want to do this right. Please wait for me. I will do things right between us when I do come forward to you. All right. Somebody definitely has regret. That was the bottom of the deck. I'm ashamed. I can't bear to look at you in the eyes and tell you everything. I can't stand the thought of making you cry. Just let me build up the courage to confront this with us. What a troublesome relationship you must be in. I don't have all the answers. Not every tarot reading will give you all your answers. I have to be honest. The cards just reveal the truth as it knows it right now. And right now, there is a beautiful connection. Trying to make sense of what you're thinking and what you're feeling is this. You're thinking, I need to walk away. I'm not happy. You don't make me happy. You're not enough. 4 cups. You're not fulfilling me. You're haunted by somebody else, or they're haunted, and you're just like, this isn't working out. You have a lot of regrets. Look at this, another 4 of cups under the 2 of cups. It's amazing. There's an overwhelming sense of, I'm emotionally just not fulfilled. That's tough to admit. A lot of people today in this day and age, it's like a trend. We're happy, we're healthy, we're independent. We don't need anyone. That is like the ongoing 2020s theme. Ultra independence, stoic determination, built so strong you can't be destroyed. Like, that's the theme. We don't really see a lot of themes lately about just letting go of our inhibitions, our emotions, our mask, if you will, and just feeling it. Which is probably why Cancerian came up so strong earlier on in the reading about emotional intelligence. And it's like, that's the theme. Perhaps you are this emotionally intelligent person that is dealing with your emotions the best way that you can, honey. And I think you're doing a good job. But this Queen of Swords is like, I need to do what I need to do. Ooh, I see a 4 swords, 4 cups, and another 4 of ravens. 4, 4, 4. Have you been seeing 4:44 on the clock? If you're watching this and you're like, I have noticed, I've seen 4:44 on the clock lately. This is totally... I just heard something. That is so crazy. That's creepy. Hang on. Kitty? 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 All right, well, my kitty's not in the room. Something was definitely here. You're not alone. I hate to say this, but you might have a ghost on your hands, especially if you are seeing 444. You might have a ghost. You might have a haunting presence, at the very least, a poltergeist, a haunting presence of someone that is no longer with you. The person that I think kind of sits in your energy has a lot of regrets, be it they're alive or this is just their spirit source still telepathically reaching you. But they have a lot of regrets about what happened between the two of you. They feel like it ended in too short of a time. They felt like you guys had a great connection, a beautiful, loving, twin flame, soulmate vibe kind of connection. And they wish they could do things differently. Is there time? Can they fix this? I don't know. Let's see. Spirit, can this energy that's coming through the reading fix what's going on with my feminine? Shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise epiphany, transformation. I'm getting chills again. I'm sorry. There's someone here that's no longer with you. Like, I just can't shake this. Their death or the spiritual ending of your connection was a shock. Maybe it was a shock for you as well. But this was a tower. Can they fix this? You can't really fix a tower. It came, it destroyed, it took out whatever it took out, and now it's time for the transformation, which is again letting go of the shore to go off to a new place. I don't think this person's ready to let you go or turn the shoe on the other foot. I don't think you're ready to let this person go. Take it how it resonates today. Bottom of the deck is cut down, cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, and the silent treatment. I don't think they can fix this. I don't see the death card, but I just feel like it's here. You know what I mean? With the 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, it's like we gotta, this is no more. Like I said, physical, literal sense, or it's just a metaphor here. They're extremely separated from you. They're very sad about that. Maybe you're very sad about that. I want to move on from this, but at the same time, I can't move on from this, which is very interesting. I feel like I need to pull an oracle. Spirit, what shall we say about this love connection before I move on to the career? Look at that, 44 minutes. There's a sign. It's 44. You're seeing 44 or 444 about this person. This is them. If you're seeing 444 or 44, this is them. And you might be able to see them in a mirror. Honestly, like there's a reflection in a mirror. You might see a shadow. You might see someone. It's like a mirror world. They see you. It's like they're watching you through a mirror. You might have thought you saw this person. You're like, oh, I didn't see them. They're not here. It was my imagination. You saw it through a spiritual realm. Okay. This is the number 32, the reflection. Be wary of things you believe to see with your eyes wide shut. For they are mirrors of the mad, and the truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue. And now it just got cold in my room, like a window was open and a breeze just came through, but I don't have a window open. But I did just feel something get very cold in here. Okay? So reflection says, it shows you the person you've become, for better or worse. It shows you the parts of yourself you wish you could hide, and the parts that are to your liking. Your reflection has no desire to hide the truth. You are being guided to acknowledge who you are meant to be at this time. Look to the future. It's great, and so is setting goals. But how can you make a plan for where you're going if you haven't come to terms with where you are now? I got another chill because I feel like if someone did die and pass away, how can they get to the other side? How can they get to where they're going if they are staying stuck in regrets about what happened to you guys in this world? How are they able to move on and move forward? Now, if this isn't about someone past, this could be about you, literally. How are you able to move on with another lover if you are stuck looking back at your ex that you're haunted with? And let's flip that shoe on the other foot. Same with your person. How are they to move on with you or someone new if they are stuck looking at the past? It says, it can be challenging to stand in the truth of who you are today. No one wants to say, I'm overweight, or I'm in debt, or I'm sabotaging my goals. However, pretending these circumstances do not exist is like hiding under a sheet of paper in a rainstorm. It will protect you for a few moments, but eventually the water will soak through that paper and you'll be forced to face the reality. Or in this case, your reflection. Reflection has come to your reading to ask you to be honest with yourself, or to bring up what's going on with this person. They need to be honest with themselves. Stop hiding from a situation and face it. You must see where you're standing to make any real change. So this is your feelings, okay? And in a thesis, like this is, I'm not happy with the reality. I can't live in a fantasy. And that's really what the Queen of Swords comes here to say too. She's like, no more fantasy. Like, we're here to get to the nitty-gritty. This is what's going on. The hard truth is we're not happy. The hard truth is there's love and there's a beautiful connection, but it's not working out. Something's dead, something's gone, something's over. We've got to leave this place because we are not who we were back then. And I am not going to be this person tomorrow. I'm ready for change. 8 of Cups. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be this girl looking in the mirror. I want to change my hair. I want to change my face. I want to change my body. I want to change my financial situation. I want to change my relationship situation. I want to change. And you may very well be making that change within 24 hours or 72 hours. You may be making a huge change. And that's to you directly. But I will say there's this weird energy, like someone's around you, whether they're just telepathically here or spiritually. But This may be a part of why you haven't been able to move on, why you haven't been able to open up. Maybe someone's hanging on to you. Okay? So keep that in mind. You know, you might want to ask yourself, oh, you know, maybe that's why I haven't really opened myself up. You know, perhaps someone else, this ex, this person that passed away, or this person that's around, they just never let me go. They're still around me. Perhaps their energy is still around me. Okay. I think I've answered enough there. Let's get into something else. We have the Six of Ravens and the Eight of Cups again. I feel like spiritually, your karma is, I really do have to move on. But I don't want to, Six of Swords. Mostly because there's so much love. No way. But I have to, says the Queen of Swords. In fact, there's a little bit here saying, you're making me. I have to. This is not something I would like to do. This is something you're forcing me to do. I have to. I don't have another choice. You've left me with no choice. These are the cups I've been served. And now that it's time to make a change, leaving this relationship, leaving this hometown, leaving this situation or this job or whatever, it's heavy on your heart. It's really, really, really heavy. And you're like, why does it have to be so heavy? Shouldn't it be light? Shouldn't it be easy? No. Sometimes the right decision is the hardest one to make. It is the tough one. Let's go ahead and see the Six of Ravens. The Six of Ravens in the reverse indicates an overly serious approach to life or feelings, of being stuck in the past. I repeat, the Six of Ravens reversed indicates an overly serious approach to life or feelings, of being stuck in the past. That's why you have the Eight of Cups. You're like, I've got to move on from you. I've got to let go. God, I hate to let go of you. But I've got to. I must. For my own self, for my own sanity. For some of you guys, this is a job. You've got to let go of it. For some of you guys, this is a house, a hometown, a city, a place, or a season in your life that it's over. Letting go of your youth, whatever, like, you've got to. You've got to embrace in the mirror what's real right now and what's not. This is probably one of the hardest choices for the Divine Feminine today, and this is just flat out Eight of Cups, leaving something or someone you love. A lot of the reasons you felt rejected, hurt, disappointed. If they would have respected you, if they would have loved you the way you deserved, if they would have shown up the way that you needed them to, you wouldn't be here right now, Eight of Cupping this. But they did this. They made their choices. They made their bed. They've lied in it, laid in it, whatever. And that's the regrets. That's the shock. That's the cut down. You know, this person's realizing perhaps it is just too late. You know, this is like someone who's already crossed over and they're a ghost. It's too late. As much as I love you and you love me, we can't. You're on the other side already and I'm not. We're in two different worlds. I'll see you when I see you. I love you. I'll always love you. I've got to let you go so I can move on. For others, it's someone who's still alive, who you've just been trying so hard for. You've been going 100 for. And they don't reciprocate. They never reciprocate. And you've been waiting for this change. And they want you to wait. In fact, you even got the card waiting. See? Wait. So you've been patient, you've been waiting. But sometimes too much is too much. And there's this definite energy that it's been too much. You can only wait so long. So anyways, you guys are leaving a situation. Now that's coming up, like I said, within 24 to 72 hours. You're really going to see this massive change. It's ironic that we're talking about death and transformation in an essence, because in Vedic sidereal, we are going through a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And check it out. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. And Scorpio represents death, change, transformation. His ruling planets are Mars and Pluto. And so there's this shock and awe, but there's also this deep, profound transformation that will take place. And so this eclipse is going to profoundly change your life as a divine feminine. It's going to profoundly change who you are, what you look like, where you live, how you act, what you eat, where you work, the money you make, everything. It's going to profoundly change it. And I think you're finally like just accepting the reality, like whatever hits me, hits me. I can't keep running away from this and pretending. Like, quote unquote, like the card said, you're not in debt. You're not overweight. You're not suffering in a long-term relationship with no hope. You know, these are all the lies you try to tell yourself to hang in there. Staying at a job that will eventually pay off. It's just not going to work. I just saw a video the other day. Somebody who worked at 7-Eleven for 50 years. That's longer than some people have been alive. This man worked there for 50 years. That's longer than most people have been married. And he got an email from the owner of 7-Eleven. Congratulations for being an employee of 7-Eleven here for 50 years. No bonus, no raise, no paid vacation, no 401k, no retirement. Just thank you and congratulations. Okay. And you know, all that man did was smile in the camera and laugh and wave and continue to take out the trash and do his work. Your job's never going to love you. You are replaceable. You could put your life into your career, and it will never pay you back for what you put into it. So that is for someone to hear, hey, quit throwing your life into your career. It won't love you back. And, you know, just a message for other people that have been putting themselves into a heavy relationship, possibly a third party or whatever, for many years. Is it going to change? Most likely not. Empress in reverse. Sometimes that's just our bad luck. How unfortunate to have bad luck like that. How unfortunate. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. You know, the energy of the ravens in this Edgar Allan Poe tarot deck. Well, let me just read it to you. The suit of ravens in this deck, and TQ, you're going to love this. A group of ravens is actually called an, quote, in quotations, unkindness. An unkindness. That's literally what they call a group of ravens. An unkindness or a conspiracy. These are dreary labels for birds that have more comfortable family life than many of Poe's characters. These cards in the suit offer insight to relationships, connections, and feelings. The suit of ravens in this deck represents emotion, love, and longing. The ace of ravens represents the seed of a new romance or an attraction or just a feeling of love. So it kind of describes the ravens. So we're having problems letting go of love from the past, emotions from the past. It's difficult. We're haunted by it. 8 of Cups, 8 of Ravens, we know we've got to leave it behind. It's a must. We can't keep this up. There's disappointment, and you have more than ever a desire to withdraw from this relationship or connection or your life. You want to withdraw, and you feel like abandoning where you live, this place of business, or this relationship to go find fulfillment somewhere else, you know? And like, I know it's out there. It's just not here. Now, sitting under this 2 of Ravens is the 4, and let's pay homage to this. This 4 has been haunting us throughout the reading. The 4 of Ravens symbolizes loneliness, tension, melancholy. You might feel discontented or as if you are stuck. Reflect in your situation and find ways to break out of this rut, which is what's going on with you here in the 4 Cups. These are basically both 4 of Cups. So discontentment, stuck in a rut, and really just having this struggle. And you're really in love with this person. There's someone you love, okay? The Lover's card is here. So you're like, I love them. God, we have a great connection. I don't really want to let them go. They're important to me. And we're twin flames, and we're soulmates. You know, I've been dedicated to this for years. And the cards are saying it's a separation, it's a cut down, it's a shock, it's a tower. That I got to let this go. And I know in my reflection, look at my reality. I've got to pay attention. I can't live in fantasy. I know they have regret and I know they want me to wait, but does that make logical sense? And that's where the Queen of Swords is like, let's use your logic. Let's use the swords. Sit down and think really hard. Is this going to work out? Because now we're coming into the Magician in reverse underneath that. And where is he talking? What is he talking about? Lies, deception, deceit. It's not what it's aimed out to be. Like, it is not what it looks like. There's deceit, there's deception, there's false something going on. Do you have Rahu in the 7th house or Rahu in your Venus or Jupiter? Because there's something false about this partner. And you know it. And you're like, yep, they are false. They've been a proven liar. When the Magician is reversed, it's a sign that something's blocked. There is no power here. The power is blocked. You're not able to get what you want out of the situation. It is just too much. You have the Empress 3 below from the Ravens deck, and it's about someone smothering someone. It's about taking a step back and letting go of perhaps some control issues that you have. It also talks about maybe someone's putting their efforts in the wrong area or putting their efforts in the wrong person. It also represents difficulties with a mother figure. But I think more than anything, you're putting efforts in the wrong area. This could be efforts in the wrong job, efforts in the wrong relationship, efforts in the wrong focus of life. Maybe you need to put more energy into your kids, not a lover, not your career, but them. Efforts into the wrong location, perhaps you live, and you've established yourself in the wrong place. You are the divine feminine, and you came here to reestablish, to take a cold, long, hard look in the mirror. No more fantasy. That's what she says. That's the Queen of Swords. And let's be strong. Let's walk away from this. What is the outcome saying? The outcome says the Chariot. More Cancerian vibes, huh? Get on that chariot and ride. Go somewhere, leave, do the thing. Do that thing that you're needing to do. You know what you need to do. And the Chariot says, get on with it. Giddy up. Get on with it. I feel him cracking his whip. Yeah, let's go. Let's get in that moving van and leave this town. Let's get closure. Let's end this connection. No more BS. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Let's stop playing these games. Let's stop looking in the past. Let's stop being obsessed with someone that's dead and past and no longer here. Or let's stop obsessing about what was. Let's stop looking over our shoulder at our debts, our failures, our overweight, our stresses. Stop looking over our shoulder and obsessing on that. Let's figure out what we're going to do about it. This is taking action, and that's the Chariot. Thank you, Stephen, and good night. Aaron, you couldn't be more correct. Kids in this era have suffered from dual parents working, I can tell you that, or single parent epidemic. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But kids do not deserve to be struggling in single parent homes. And parents need to fight harder in their relationships for their family. It's called responsibility. And so many people lack the balls to take responsibility. They want everyone else to take it for them, or they want the easy way out. They want personal happiness more than they want success for their children. And that's wrong. And that is something this day and age has taught a lot of people as well. Self-perseverance, self-love, self-care, the self first. It's actually a very satanic way of looking at things. And the religion, like, Satanists, it's not all about worshiping a devil. It's about worshiping the devil inside of you, which is yourself. And the obsession of loving self so much is becoming an idol, is becoming the devil. And that could be very toxic. There's a healthy self-love. And then there's that selfish one that hurts others. Hurts innocence, to be honest. It hurts children. or it hurts pets. Think about someone who would neglect their animals and they starve to death because they're too lazy or too busy to take care of them, but they don't want to let them go either. It's very selfish. The same with children, but they don't see it as abuse or neglect. They see it as a parent trying to take care of themselves, but it's neglect. It's neglect of their duties. It's neglect of what they created. People have more sympathy for pets and helpless animals in the hands of people that adopt them as puppies or kittens and no longer want them when it gets tough, when the teenage years are there, when the chewing starts, or the training needs to happen. They abandon them, rehome them, or neglect them. And people have so much sympathy for innocent animals because they have no choice. Children are in the same boat. They have no choice. They were born and put into these situations, and they have to endure it with the neglect, with the lack. And it's more wrong than to animals, don't you think? Or it's at least equal. But people don't seem to give children the same empathy as animals. Anyways, that's just food for thought. Food for thought. We're going to read this Chariot, my dear friend. Aaron, it comes to some extent. That's a classic cliche. Put your oxygen mask, and I've said this in many readings before. Put your oxygen mask, because I always promote self-love, self-care in like 90% of my videos. But I'm talking about this reading where it creates neglect. And neglect is not put your oxygen mask and leave it on the whole time and let someone else die. You know, it's about getting your mental health right to still be there. It's about taking care of your alcoholism or taking care of your financial abilities to be a parent. And it takes 6 months or less. But for someone to consistently perform neglect, it's no longer putting an oxygen mask on. It's now taking all the oxygen out of the room and leaving none for anyone else. And that's the selfishness. There is a time, you know, to love yourself, to health, and to take on your pets and your children and your job, because you have to take care of you or all that falters. But there are men and there are women that walk away from their children. There are men and women that will choose drugs or alcohol or prostitutes or strippers or media or their phones before family. There are people that will sit in their phones for hours and pay no attention to their children while they eat dinner. There are people that pawn their kids off on their grandparents. There are people that just are not present. There are people that will not see their children for 9 months or a year till the next birthday. And that is more than putting an oxygen mask on. That's what I'm saying. That becomes the selfish, evil devil love. You know, that's an obsession of self. And we can't tolerate people like that. And this is about, you know, kind of owning that. Have you been dealing with someone that has constantly neglected you and put you on the back burner, saying they need to focus on work, they need to focus on their career, they need to focus on their family, they need to focus on something else? Well, that's very selfish because they're not thinking about you at all. Now, it's one thing to love yourself back to health, but not to neglect. And so this is about tolerating neglect for too long. And how long is too long? And we have weight. So how long is too long? But this reading is here saying enough's enough. I've got to love myself more than waiting for someone's spare time, spare change, or false promises. And that's where that fake magician comes in. Are we going to fall for this person's schemes, promises, lack thereof? So, and this has a lot to do with the past. It could be the past is haunting you, but we have 6 of Cups here with the 6 of Ravens and 6 of Cups here again. So believe me, that past is like still here in your life. So there's definitely someone here from your past that's lingering. And it could be an energy, or it could be a person, but this, yeah, Chariot's like, let's go. So the Chariot in Edgar Allan Poe's tarot deck says, what horse is the driver of the chariot escaping? What drives him so ferociously through the night? It is impossible to tell. But this card is a sign that you need to keep going, keep pushing through to overcome conflicts and move out of danger into the light. The driver who can keep up the pace will be victorious. This card comes into your reading, Divine Feminine, to symbolize your true greatness. If the recipient is up for the challenge, through self-discipline, focus, and determination, you can stay the course and reap the rewards. This is a positive card. But notice it mentions what could be so terrible that the person in this chariot is going so quickly in the night to get away from it. And it says, keep going. Don't look back. Keep going. There's one more card here. Ay, ay, ay. When I'm right, I'm right. Come on now. Y'all know I read. I'm sorry. I don't mean to toot my own horn like that. But it's just facts. Because I know what I'm speaking is the truth. Here we have the devil. You're literally running away from the devil. The devil in your own life. A devilish person. Someone who's locked into, like I said, their evil selfishness. I just mentioned to you, people that are Satanists don't necessarily worship the devil. They worship the devil inside. Part of a Satanist motto is to love thyself. And Aleister Crowley's do what thou wilt is the theme and the motto of that book, of that religion. Do what thou wilt, which is, you know, the way they see it, be free. Be free to be who you are, to enjoy what you want to enjoy, to indulge, to eat the fruits of this world. And always put yourself first. You are the morning star. You are the star. You are the most important. You're the epitome. There is no higher God than the God inside yourself, which is a fine line between law of attraction, law of assumption, manifestation. It dabbles a little bit into that, but there's a difference. There's a fine line as far as morals go. I think that kind of draws the line. Moral character. So here you are. This is your future. You are a chariot running away from the devil. You are getting away from any addictions, obsessions, toxic partners in your life that you just felt stuck to, tied to, couldn't escape from them. There you go. Whoever you felt chained to, Maybe you felt out of control. Maybe you felt like you had to stay in this state because your mom needs you, your grandpa needs you, your grandma needs you, your lover needs you, your so-and-so best friend needs you, or your whole family grew up here. You can't leave this place. Whatever it is, you felt tied and bound and chained. And you were like, I'm not a free person. I can't leave. And so there's this devilish energy you have to get away from. Now, how many selfish people do you know? And who is the most selfish? Perhaps you've been in love with a very selfish person. I know a few people in my life that can't even sacrifice part of their time after months and months and months for their own blood. They can't sacrifice an hour. I know people that are sitting on piles of money that can't find a moment to be grateful. Like Scrooge. Who owes me? Who owes me? And, you know, their hands are out and their entitlement. The world owes me, you know. Life's so unfair. I know people that live their lives taking from other people, taking money after money after money, and just living their life like it's no big deal, like it's owed to them, like the world owes them. And they can just sit on their throne and, you know, who cares? I know people who think the world revolves around them. Everything's about them. Their appointments, their sickness, their health, their needs, their wants, their desires, their end of life, their plans, their everything. It's like the sun rises and falls on them. And they see very little need to look at other people's needs. This is a call for you, feminine. What have you sacrificed that has been unreciprocated? Because you have been putting in, Page of Pentacles, you've been putting in years and time and energy and effort and determination into someone or something. And they're just going to keep taking if you let them. It's never going to be your turn. Okay. So there's something in the air of standing up for yourself. Right, and that's why we have cut down, cutting out, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment, shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, and transformation. So someone is going to be shocked that you're done, cold turkey, cutting them out, walking away. This could be a family member. This could be a lover. This could be a job. This could be a place to live. Like I said, you're the divine feminine energy. But shock and awe when you decide to separate yourself from the many, from what you've been going through, and just cutting out that devil, running away as quick as you can. You're not walking. You are running away from this devil. Thank you, TQ. Out. Ooh. My gosh, you got broom in the reverse as well, bottom of the deck. The outcome, major full moon here. We have this seduction card. Here, the roaring flames with a masterful trance that calls upon heaving chest. Give into its alluring grip, if you please, but heed my warning of the claws that draw blood without mercy. Don't they look an awful lot like the devil? So clarifying your outcome is more devil energy, seduction, which is very much the art of the devil, seduction. This is seducing you, alluring you, okay? And it's like, come and play with me. Come be with me. Let's do this. You are seduced by a lover or a job or a family member or this lifestyle where you're at. You're seduced. And there's always some bell ringing. There's always some temptation. But don't go. Stay. I'm almost ready. I'll be ready soon. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or, oh, just give it another year. We're going to have this great big performance with work, or, you know, oh, just give it more time. This life's going to get better. Seduction. And Queen of Swords is like, do you really believe this? Do you really believe with all the evidence that it's going to get better? You know, part of you says, yes, I intuitively want to believe. But there's another part of you that says, I don't want to believe. I'm done believing. I want to cut myself away from my devil, whoever this devil is. Could even be yourself. If you guys are struggling with some kind of toxic energy of yourself, it could be you with this beautiful lunar eclipse, Scorpio, changing yourself, okay, which take it how it resonates. But let's read seduction. Seduction says, and it is upright, sex is the ultimate desire and temptation. It is not the act of sex that betrays our resolve. It is the delicious journey of passion and pleasure that leads to it. It is the rush of excitement we feel when another can sense our darkest desires, our carnal energy, and bring it to the surface, to witness it. It is the loss of control, the desire to at once find freedom and submission. The act of seduction is powerful. It is birthed in passion and sensuality. But beware, seduction is rarely as it seems. It can also be an act of manipulation. It is the rose that promises you much only to leave you pierced by its thorns. Beware of the sweet song of seduction. When it comes into your spread, there are very few moments of pleasure worth a lifetime of regret. This card reminds you of consequences found on the road of temptation. Are you allowing others to manipulate you with grand schemes that are too good to be true? It is time to break temptation's hold. If it feels good to feel moments of love and acceptance, perhaps abundance or fun, be mindful of the cost of those moments. These experiences are free. You do not have to sacrifice your morals, your values, or your integrity to make another person happy. If someone asks you to do something that feels wrong, know that it probably is. Trust your intuition and follow your heart when temptation comes knocking. I think it says it right there. There's something in your life, feminine, that feels wrong. But you've gone along with it anyways because you love them. This is also a warning. Don't run away on your chariot to some greener pasture that seduces you. Like you're leaving a really cold place for sunny beaches and you're seduced. And you get there only to find out it's not sunny beaches. You know, it's storms. Or it's way more expensive than you anticipated. Or dangerous. This is where the Queen of Swords comes into your reading and says, I need you to think things through. Think them through. Emotions aside. Put seduction aside. Put how you feel moved, how you feel excited or hurt or angry or loved or happy or whatever. Like, put those emotions away and let's think. What is the wisest path? So I think this Queen of Swords has something more to say. Let's hear her out. Queen of Swords, what do you want to say to the femme? We have Six of Swords. It is time to move on. This well is dry. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the upright. And the Star. It's a decision away. Two of Wands. Okay, so Queen of Swords says, listen, you are absolutely correct with your reading, leaving one shore to go to the other side. That's important. Tossing out love that doesn't feel reciprocated is important. You deserve much, much more, Queen of Cups. You are loving, you are kind, you are beautiful, you deserve good things. And the Star, which is you're not alone, wants to tell you, be comfortable in your own skin. You deserve to be loved for who you are and how you are right now. You don't have to change to be loved. You don't have to change location to be happy, but you do have to change your mentality. So decisions must be made. Hard words must be said, accepted, known, whatever have you. There are things that you have to do that you probably don't want to do. You're going to have to take action to put things down that have been bothering you. You're going to have to face the hard reality and just get to the facts, to the nitty-gritty, to the base, to the root of the situation. So Queen of Swords is like, okay, I'm with you. You're a good, loving person. You deserve good things, and good things are going to happen to you. I feel like for most of you, what I'm reading is leaving behind someone you love. For most of you, that's the answer. But for others, it's something you love or a place you love. Now let's hear what else Queen of Swords wants to say. Queen of Swords, give us an oracle. Justify what you're saying. And we have the Broom, which was reversed just a second ago. Now it's upright. Isn't that interesting? And it's a number 8. Coming of Winters in the reverse. Queen of Swords says, a broom can be found in any home for sweeping dust and dirt. However, a broom to a witch is much more than a household tool. It holds significance. It sweeps away much more than dust and grime. Brooms are often used to sweep away negative energy. In a similar way to Native Americans burning white sage, it sweeps away the physical and invisible energies that have crept in from the outside world, such as a lover hanging on to you from the past. It is a negative energy that hasn't allowed you to move on. Perhaps it's a negative mindset from the past that hasn't allowed you to be who you're meant to be in this moment in your manifestation. Whatever this is, this anvil that's keeping you back and maybe even keeping you hostage to some extent. Well, Queen of Swords says, clear this negative energy. It's contributed to nothing of value into your life, and it has not contributed to anything of value. Clearing out the old is a way to make space for the new. Sweeping out this old person or this old negative vibe is going to raise your vibration and welcome something new. When the broom sweeps into your life and you're reading, and you've been guided in this reading by the Queen of Swords to do some cleaning, something surrounding you in your current situation has been neglected. Perhaps it's children that have been neglected. Perhaps it's your home. Perhaps it's you. Something's been neglected. And you need to clear out the cobwebs and the dust. This card can also mean clearing your aura. As healers, you tend to hold on to energies of other people for much longer than you should. This message is amplified. The more you clear out the old, the more you make room for a new energy in life. Removing things both physical and metaphorical from your life, such as mementos from past relationships, or giving away things that remind you of an old situation, it's going to help you with the process of clearing. And the Coming of Winter card in reverse says a warning. Queen of Swords wants to give you a warning. There is also such a thing as too much rest. Don't use this as an excuse if you are afraid to move forward. Do you feel tired because you're putting energy into the wrong things, or fear of stepping into your power? Face your fear today and start working on a plan to manifest your desires. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that, femmes. It's time to look at the lady in the mirror or the man in the mirror. Face your fears, which could be yourself, or face your fears about leaving something behind, or face your fears about your reality. Don't be scared. Make that phone call. Take that leap. Take the action that needs to be taken to start clearing away what has been haunting you. It is time to clear away what's been haunting you. And for some of you, it's time to clear away who has been haunting you. There is something lovely on the other end of all of this, something to look forward to. And remember, that Sun card is here, so something happy awaits through all of this. You have the sun and you have the star. I may not have your complete details of your future written in this reading, but I do have a message. Wherever you're headed on your chariot, it's to a better place. Wherever you're headed, you're going to be much happier than you are right now. And that is something for you to look forward to, and I'm so happy. Okay? So feminine, there you go. We're going to go ahead and quit. It's 98 minutes. Thank you for watching me. I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm so sorry for the distance between us these past few days. Thank you for your patience. I will continue doing some readings for you guys tomorrow. So whoever wanted one, I will honor those readings. If you want a reading tomorrow, we're going to be happy to do the 44s and get some of those done, okay? If you want an astrology reading, those have passed for right now, but I do have them available on my website. And we could just see where you are at this time. But we'll just see what's up tomorrow. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm not a big planner right now. I'm just kind of flowing to see where we are tomorrow and whatever questions arise. I'll be happy to do some readings for you guys tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Okay. So much love to you. Remember, this is a journey. You're doing it. You're doing the work. It's just a journey. This reading is not a destination. It's not the finale. Your life right now is not at the end. It's just you taking one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. I think you're doing great. So my message is always just keep swimming. Just keep swimming another day, and tomorrow will be another day. You're just going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Okay? So thank you so much for watching me. I hope this reading helped you in some sense to give you peace and insight. You guys have a lovely night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, TQ. Thank you for watching. Bye, Terry. Bye, Erin. You guys are welcome. Thank you so much for commenting and watching. Bye, Florence. Hi, Marie Hernandez. It's been so long. I'm glad to see you here. All right, you guys are going to get out on the other side. Something good is coming. You're going to get out of your funk. You're going to get out of your problems. You're going to get out of what's been keeping you stuck and not being able to live the life you deserve. You're going to get out of it. Keep going with that chariot. All right. See you guys.